we will be working on timekeeper management here. First, to find the firm's timekeeper, click on Firm and Vendor tab. Takes you to this site. If you know the firm or the vendor name, enter it right here. And then you want to click on Search. It brings up a list of the firms that you want to that have the name Smith in it. If you see a firm that you're looking for, click on it. In this case, we go with this. Lewis Brisbois, Discard and Smith, LLP. They have entered the timekeepers. And as you can see, the timekeepers have not been approved yet. This is how you find the firm's timekeepers list. If you do want to create or to add more timekeepers, you want to do the same step. Go to the firm vendor search for the vendor or the firm, click on the vendor or the firm name. Once in the firm or vendor profile, you will see the list of the timekeepers. On your right-hand side of the list of the timekeepers, you will see the word create. Click on create to add more timekeepers. So you want to click on create, and once it gives you this site, you want to fill in all these orange circled fields. So you have the name, you have the first name, middle initials, and then last name. You have the TKID, that's the identification number assigned by the firm's time and billing system. So this will match the TKID included on the firm's leads file. So you have the status, which is either active or inactive. Usually it is active. And then you have the email address. The email address, Acuity uses this address to send notifications and communications from the client directly to the timekeeper. So we do not use a generic email address. It has to be the timekeeper's email address. And you have the office. The office is the firm. If the firm has more than one office, you want to match this office address to this firm's address. And then you have the CV, which is the resume. Some clients require, some clients don't. In this case, Horizon does not require a CV. You have the category. So you have the category is either the timekeeper is an associate, is it a discount timekeeper, is it an off counsel, is it a paralegal, a partner? Other can be just like a third party that works for them most often. So one of these have to be choose. And then if you do have a rate, you want to enter the rate here. So enter the requested billable hour rates by practice area. So these are the different practice areas. And these are the rate start date. You do not, in this case, you are not given a choice of entering an end date, but on some client fields, on some client sites, you may have an end date option. You never want to put an end date option. Always put a start date. And once that is done, you want to click on create. And when you click on create, it will create the new timekeeper. Once the timekeeper is created, Acuity sends notifications of new timekeepers to the client. Also, Acuity sends rate approval or rejection notice to the firm user who added this new rate. Here we go back. If you do want to edit an existing timekeeper, you want to come back to the firm profile. Click on your timekeepers list and choose the timekeeper you want to work on. So we go click David. All right, looks like it's taking too long to get it. Please type this off. To edit an existing timekeeper, you want to navigate back to the firm profile. You will see the list of the timekeepers. Click on the name of the timekeeper you want to edit, and that will take you to the timekeeper's profile. On the timekeeper's profile, you can click on the edit to edit any of their personal information, their name, ticket ID, email addresses, if any changes. Once you do that, you want to click on save. If you do want to add another rate for this timekeeper, you can click on create under the timekeeper profile. It brings up to create a new timekeeper's rate. It will keep the timekeeper's profile information. It will allow you to add a new rate. And here you have an option of a rate and date. We advise that you don't use that. Just enter the rate and the rate start date and then click on create. And that will create a new rate for the client to approve. So if we add a new rate of 350 and we wanted to start on November 1st, that's all that we want to do, and then click on create. It will generate a new rate for this client, for this firm. And as you see, when it generates a new rate for this timekeeper, it ends the previous rate automatically. So no need to go and end the previous rate in this case. Once that is done, you want to click on the firm name to get back to the firm profile to look at the list of the timekeepers.